Well, meantime, the FBI now part of the investigation in North Carolina after what they are calling intentional vandalism knocked out power to 45,000 people. Police say that damage was caused by gunfire, and replacing entire substations is the only option in some areas, and it could take days. Right now, power has only been restored to about 10,000 customers. 34,000 are still without electricity. It means no traffic lights, businesses are closed, and right now temperatures around 50 degrees. Justin Moore from our Raleigh affiliate WNCN joins us live. So Justin, we know schools are closed, and we're also hearing reports that nearby Army bases are impacted. What is the biggest concern on the ground there right now?
Well, the biggest concern is the people who are left in the dark right now. Now, behind me, you may see light because I'm at the sheriff's office in Moore County. But outside of this sheriff's office, it is completely dark. Now, a lot of people will be sleeping in the cold for their third night because of this outage. And you have a lot of elderly and a lot of children out there and a lot of people who are ill as well. Now, earlier today, I spoke to a restaurant owner who was actually open. He was open because he had a generator, and he was giving away free pancakes and coffee to people who came inside to just, sit and warm up. But the cold is the biggest concern as of tonight.
Justin, we know that gunfire is responsible for this. Do we know anything about who may be responsible or have a motive here?
No, there was a press conference late this afternoon with the Governor Roy Cooper, and the sheriff here. They wouldn't say a motive. They wouldn't give many details about the investigation at all. I asked the question if they think it was just one person or multiple people responsible for this, but they would not say. But what I can tell you is both substations that were shot at, they said the person intentionally did it, and they had to know what they were doing as far as being familiar with the substations. Now, both of the substations are about 15 miles apart, which took us about 20 minutes to get between the two. So, yeah, there is quite a distance between the two. And as of right now, there's no motive for anything like that.
Well, Justin, we know that, they're certainly working hard to try to get power restored there. Last question for you. What is the latest on the curfew that was enacted?
Well, the curfew is still going on. It starts at 9 p.m. tonight and goes until 5 a.m. Like I said, outside of this sheriff's office, it is completely dark, but we still see people going up and down the roads, and everything is pretty much shut down. Even it's hard to find gas in the county because a lot of gas stations don't have power, so they're not open. So people are having to go outside of the county to get gas to even run those generators. But that curfew goes into place tonight at 9.
Yeah, well, we certainly hope power is restored for all those affected residents. Justin Moore, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.